This time I'm reviewing a collection of short stories called Flight or Fright, edited by Stephen King and Vincent. There are 17 stories in this collection that focus on horrors while in flight. This collection is 331 pages. The first story is Cargo by E. Michael Lewis, a cargo plane that has been sent to Jonestown to pick up and deliver coffins filled with the dead. While in flight, they can hear the children in the coffins singing and playing. This story will send a chill down your spine. I rate this one a 4.5 out of 5. The second story is The Horror of the Heights by Arthur Conan Doyle. In the early days of flight, a man is trying to set the height altitude record where he discovers terrifying creatures. A fun tale. I rate a 3.5 out of 5. The third story is Nightmare at 20,000 Feet by Richard Matheson. In the early 1960s, a man on a commercial flight sees a creature on the wing of the plane trying to destroy the engine, and no one believes him. You may remember this story from the Twilight Zone episode of the same name. I rate this one a 5 out of 5. The fourth story is The Flying Machine by Ambrose Bierce. A look at flight in the early days and the way some people thought it was crazy. I rate this story a 2.5 out of 5. The fifth story is Lucifer by E.C. Tubb. An undertaker steals a ring from a dead man. The ring is not an ordinary ring. It allows the wearer to go back in time a few seconds. Then the undertaker finds himself in a no-win situation while aboard a flight. Truly terrifying story. I rate a 5 out of 5. The sixth story is The Fifth Category by Tom Bissell. An ex-agent who knows law of how to torture people and what was not humane finds himself aboard a plane where he faces the same torture. I rate this story a 1.5 out of 5. The seventh story is 2 minutes and 45 seconds by Dan Simmons. A man afraid of heights imagines what goes through someone's mind as they are falling to their death. He may have a chance to find out. A good story. I rate a 2.5 out of 5. The eighth story is Diablo Tos by Cody Goodfellow. A smuggler of artifacts unleashes an evil aboard his flight back to the United States. A great, terrifying, and gory read. I rate a 4.5 out of 5. The ninth story is Arrowrade by John Varley. People from the future go aboard a plane to take passengers to the future where things are dim. I rate this story a 2 out of 5. The 10th story is You Are Released by Joe Hill. Passengers aboard a commercial flight are in the air while nuclear holocaust is happening below. A white knuckle story. I rate a 5 out of 5. The 11th story is Warbirds by David J. Show. An old man tells of his experience aboard a bomber during World War II and how the hate had awakened the warbird. An intense story. I rate a 3.5 out of 5. The 12th story is The Flying Machine by Ray Bradbury. In 400 AD, a man in a flying machine sees the beauty of it, but the emperor of China sees the evil of the machine. A thought-provoking tale. I rate a 3.5 out of 5. The 13th story is Zombies on a Plane by Vincent. Survivors of a zombie apocalypse decide to take a plane and fly to a remote area in hopes of avoiding zombies. But once they're in the air, the survivors' leader has a heart attack. A thrilling story. I rate a 4 out of 5. The 14th story is They Shall Not Grow Old by Roald Dahl. A World War II fighter pilot is overdue 2 days. Later, he shows up with an incredible story of the afterlife. A great story. I rate a 4.5 out of 5. The 15th story is Murder in the Air by Peter Tremaine. A rich businessman is found shot behind a locked bathroom door aboard a flight. Just so happens a criminologist is aboard and works on the mystery. I rate this story a 3.5 out of 5. The 16th story is The Turbulence Experience by Stephen King. A man in a secret organization who saves planes from crashing is recruiting help. A fascinating story. I rate a 5 out of 5. The 17th and last story is Fallen by James L. Dickey. This is an intense poem about a woman who has been sucked out of an airplane and has fallen to her death. I rate this poem a 3 out of 5. My rating for the overall entire collection of this story is a 3 out of 5. I want to say thanks to all my viewers and subscribers. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment. I love to hear your feedback, and until next time, keep reading.